dankjewel. Ja. Dus als je daar nu voor je.
Ja, Paul.
For EP, climbing walls and handholds is our business, but that's really not why we're here. We're here to enrich people's lives and introduce climbing to the world. We know that once somebody gets an opportunity to go indoors and climb on a climbing wall, that they're going to be hooked and they're going to be a climber for life.
Welcome to Kranj in Slovenia for the 19th and final World Cup stop on the IFSC World Cup Tour. As usual, it's the final World Cup of the year here in Kranj. Only Barcelona in 2011 was after Kranj back in 2011. It's the fourth largest city in Slovenia with a population of just over 50,000. Always a full house here. We've had all the world's top climbers have come here, and this should be an absolute spectacle. Really looking forward to today, and we're going to have a look at well, we've got the climbers of through there's 26 climbers in the male and female category, and they've qualified through. We'll take a look at those in a short while, but in the meantime what we'll do is we're going to talk to one climber who's smiling broadly because he's going to have a gold medal around his neck no matter what. Jakob Schubert of Austria spoke to us a little bit earlier on. Okay, very pleased to say with me Jakob Schubert, who's the overall lead winner for 2014. Jakob, thanks for joining us. Just a quick summary of the season from your point of view. Obviously, you did have the injury earlier on.
Yeah, well, of course, it was a really difficult season for me this year. I'm so happy and proud in the end how it worked out. I remember like 1 or 2 weeks before the first League World Cup in China, I wasn't even sure if I can make it, if I can go, because I still felt the injury a lot. And somehow I was really lucky in that first League World Cup and won it, although like not being in my best shape and like not being the strongest climber at that day for sure. Yeah. But like a lot of other strong climbers, made some mistakes and I didn't, so I was like really lucky standing on top of the podium. Yeah. And I think that was really important for the whole season. It gave me a lot of confidence, and from that point on the finger got better and better every week. And in IMSS was like the first time where I didn't feel pain during the comp at all, and that was like really good for my my motivation and just for my self-confidence. And obviously Gijon was a bit frustrating. I was expecting more from me. I just didn't feel so strong at that comp, and others were just a lot stronger. Obviously Adam was just super impressive, and I knew it's going to be a hard Asian trip. I knew I'll have to try really hard, train really hard before it, and do really well to fix that overall title. And yeah, I was just super relieved and happy after Japan, and yeah.
Next season, obviously we just spoken to Sean a little earlier as well, you know, it's going to be very competitive next season. You know, hopefully injuries aside, you know, you and Sean are going to be really going head to head, aren't you?
Oh, well, we'll see. At least the last years we did that, and I hope we can do it again next year. There will be Adam with us as well. I think he might do as well bouldering as lead, and yeah, I'm not sure if I do all the World Cups next year already. I think it really depends how it goes and how I feel, but I'm doing boulder World Cups again, that's for sure. I'm psyched, and also at least some lead World Cups, but I also want to put some more time into rock climbing. This winter I'll spend a lot of time in Spain, and maybe I'll go back to Oreco, where I injured myself this year and wasn't able to climb a lot. And yeah, I started a little later with the training to be able to climb more outside, and I would really love to go to South Africa in the summer. Rocklands since I have never been there, and just seeing pictures all the time and like really annoys me that I've never been there. So really want to hit that spot.
How does it actually feel to walk around on this planet in 2014 and think I am the best climber in the world for lead climbing? Of all the people, hundreds and thousands, millions who climb, that you're the best this year. That must be an amazing feeling.
I haven't even thought about it like that, I have to say, but obviously it feels awesome. I mean, I won the lead overall 3 years ago, and it was a big goal for me to secure that title once again. I was pretty close as well last year as before last year, and really wanted to show that I still got it, and I'm happy that I was able to do that.
You certainly have. One final question. Which do you actually prefer personally, bouldering or lead?
I've been asked that question many times already. I think there are two really different, or like not really two really different things, but they are different. And for me, what makes climbing that special is that there are so many different things you can do. There's like bouldering, lead, multi-pitch, alpine climbing, and that's what I love about it. Once I'm like kind of sick of lead training, maybe like don't want to project those 50-meter routes anymore, I'm like kind of psyched for bouldering, and then you switch back, and you have like so many different things to do, and that's what like. Cool. Yeah.
Well, it's lovely to chat to you, and it's been a fantastic season watching you. Well done, and we'll see you later on in the semi-finals.
Hopefully, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Well, it was great having those words with Jakob Schubert a little bit earlier on. Absolutely wonderful guy, and really interesting to hear his thoughts and his big efforts for bouldering next year as well. I've got a great view here. You can see the athletes are out. They're having a good look at the wall here, and it's going to be a fascinating evening of competition. I love it when the semis and finals are split, and hopefully we'll get the graphics up shortly of the start list. We'll bring that up on screen very, very shortly indeed. Well, there you go. There's the start list as we see it. So this is as they're starting in the order. You see a few locals in there from Slovenia as well. So there'll be a few cheers early on in this competition. We look at the next page. 26 athletes in the semi-finals. Akiya Noguchi, a little bit way down there, but of course that's only after qualification, and I don't think anybody's going to be panicking too much. Certainly not somebody of Noguchi's expertise. And then on the final page, there's your final six. And Kim Jain, who has been absolutely amazing this year, won every event except for one, and that one was the one that I happened to commentate on over in Imst, where she actually ran out of time. She actually did go past Magdalena Rock's hold, but she ran out of time and didn't make it, and she ended up in second place, timed out on the wall. As for the men, good atmosphere building up here. Here are the men, and all Wexler from Israel. Nice to see an Israeli competitor. We saw a lady competitor from Israel as well, Netta Fredman, who finished 27th. She just missed out by one spot. So great to see another country competing here at the top level. And look at the vast nationalities in there. I think I'm right in saying there's Austria twice, but it's just about a different country on every line there. Wonderful to see. That's the first page. Onto the second page. We're into the last minute for observation. Jakob Schubert, you can see there, he finished in 7th place after qualifications, so very safely through, and a great interview we had earlier. And Sashiyama, the world ranked number one from 2002-2003, well, he's passed his title over to Jakob Schubert, and they are 7th and 8th. The last six, there you go. Some big names in there, isn't there? And none bigger than Adam Ondra, the world champion, double world champion, and he is going to be competing last in this semi-final. Top 8 will go through to the final tomorrow. Well, we get a chance to look at the overall World Cup standings. I think it's always good to see where we stand. The gold medals have all been decided. We do have interviews with Sean McCall, Kim Jain and Akiya Noguchi as well, which will all be going up onto the IFSC website, and we'll probably play a few. This is why Jakob Schubert was interviewed earlier today. He has already taken it. He is the lead World Cup #1 for 2014, and a big congratulations to him. And Sean McCall's had an incredible season, hasn't he? He won. He's going to be, and that's why Sean is going to be the overall leader, because of his strength in bouldering, and he's 3rd place in here. Adam Ondra very high up, considering he's not competed in so many tournaments this season. Here are the ladies, and Kim Jain, she has already taken it over Magdalena Ruck. Mina Markovic, a local girl who's done so much for Slovenian climbing. Those athletes are all going to be battling for positions a little bit later, further on down the field. So this final event here, event number 19 out of 19, will make a difference to some of those positions. Well, the crowd's building up nicely. There's a lot of the climbers who are in qualification have had their meal. They've come out for the evening to come and watch this. My name's Adrian Battersby. It's been a pleasure to be bringing you the World Cup Tour over 2014. There's been a lot of different places. I was looking at the list earlier, and I could just list them out. Chongqing in China, Baku in Azerbaijan, Grindelwald in Switzerland, Innsbruck in Austria, Toronto in Canada, Vale in the United States, Hayang back in China, and then into Europe for Laval in France, Chamonix in France, and Briançon in France. Then to Imst in Austria, Munich in Germany, Arco in Italy, Gijon in Spain, Numeo in New Caledonia for the World Youth Championships, which was absolutely spectacular to watch, Mokpo in Korea, Wujiang in China, Inzai in Japan, and finally Kranj in Slovenia. It's tiring just to say all those, and of course the crew who've been going out, and Johnny Rhodes, who's been one of the main guys running the show. He's running it here tonight behind the scenes. As they've certainly clocked up their air miles, and it's the athletes say that they've had a tiring long season. I can tell you, I think the technical crew running the IFSC webcasting service also. Lots of exciting plans being discussed for 2015, and lots of new initiatives with graphics, and hopefully you're going to see some real improvements as the event starts in May 2015, I believe. So the season's a little bit later starting, but the whole season will be compressed. I believe there's about 15 events next year, as opposed to the 19 we've had this year. But everything's a little bit unofficial. They've had some big meetings today with all the event organisers. And I'm going to say with me, I'm very pleased to say with me, joining me here, Christian Bindhammer, who's... where are you from, Christian?
Yeah, hello everybody. I'm from Germany, and I'm the chief route setter for this final World Cup this year. And I will explain some details about the route.
Sure. When you've competed here before, haven't you? You've competed quite a long. This is the 19th event they've run here, and you've competed in 10 of them.
Yeah, 10 of them, and starting with 1996 as the first competition there. With also, I would say it was my first competition where I was able to get to the finals.
Yeah.
So it was a nice to be there, and nice to be there again as a route setter. This is the second time.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. And when you stopped climbing. Oh, in fact, I'll ask you that question in a minute, because here we are. Our first two climbers are up. So it's Or Wexler of Israel and Katja Kadic of Slovenia. So Kadic on the left, Wexler on the right. And what we're going to do is you can talk us through the routes. Let's have a look at Katja here on the ladies' side. And as she climbs up, if you just give us hopefully she'll go a good distance, and tell us what you were thinking here, just on the left-hand side.
Yeah, it starts a little bit more vertical, I would say. and the route changed then from one wall to the another one, and this is quite athletic and spectacular. You climb a little bit down, and then the route goes up to the corner, and the very intense section starts after the corner. If you leave the corner, then you come to many round double holes, and I would say this splits the main field, and of course then we have another circle in the route going down again on a quite I would say big holes, but at least they are not so big that they look like.
Yeah.
And at the final part, of course, the holes get quite quite small.
So this area that she's in right now, this
right.
is a traditional start for her. She's, you're trying to sap some energy, you're
Yes.
trying to get her to work.
Yeah.
So there's nothing technically difficult here, but there are things that should take some energy out of her.
Yeah. In any case, each climber have to climb the first part as much relaxed as possible to have at least the main power for the top,
And this
So-
is a really interesting little move here across.
And
So
now
she's
it
taking
goes,
a little breather here. So
goes a bit down.
yeah.
This is a nice move.
So are we starting to get towards an area where you might see a few people fall off in this area?
Not in this area.
No.
I would not expect there too many faults.
Okay.
This is just more a pumpy part of the route,
Yeah.
and I would say the main hard part starts up to the corner.
And
So now we reach the corner.
And Wexler's doing well here on the right side. He's actually climbing quite quickly. We'll talk about the men's route in
Yeah.
a second, Christian. But,
Yeah.
but Wexler, we'll still give him credit here, and there he
Okay.
goes.
Yeah.
So Wexler, and we can concentrate on Katic now here.
Yeah, this is what we expect, that the first ones go like to the middle of the route, around to the middle of the route. This is what we have planned for the semi. And then the route gets slightly harder. You already see this now at the left side.
Yeah. So is this the area you
Yes.
think that you're going to
Yeah.
have a few goes?
Now it gets quite intense.
Yeah.
The route.
Now, just in case you're watching this live, the speakers in here are incredibly loud, and I can hardly hear myself talk. So I hope you're hearing us quite well on the webcast and hearing us above the noise here from some very big speakers in the centre of this arena. So here she goes. You get that feeling she's starting to get a bit pumped here, aren't you? And look, Loic Timmermans from Belgium is out already. Here we go. Can she make it? Yes, she has.
Nice. Yeah. Nice move.
And she gets a good round of applause here.
Good, yeah.
You know, oh, she's struggling on this hole.
Come on.
Can she make one more? She
Oh,
doesn't.
Yeah.
So there's half of you thinking, yeah, that went to plan.
yeah. This was a bit like we have planned
Yeah.
right now, and I think it will work quite good.
Yeah, she was struggling. And you could see that, your tactic there, she got a bit pumped on the left side, going up that left side, it was taking a lot of energy. And even though she didn't hold on there, she was coming towards a natural end.
Yeah,
Her energy had gone, she'd got nothing left.
Yeah.
That was her finish.
Yeah, right.
Okay, let's have a quick talk about the men's route on this one now, Christian. So I don't know if we can go to a further back camera just to see this, Mr. Director. Oh, not that one.
Yeah, at the men's route, I would say the men's route start more intense. You feel not really safe or controlled in the first part.
Yeah.
It's a little bit technical, and you need some energy to climb it a little bit safe, and so you already get a bit pumped in the first part.
We've already got a lady on the wall as well on the left-hand side, Catherine Chun. the men are noticeably going up, you know, their side quite quickly. You know, you know, they're not taking it too easy, whereas the girls are sort of seem to be. Obviously, the men are stronger, we know, but you know,
actually in the men's route, it's not good to stay too long somewhere. You know,
yeah.
You just spend too much energy on resting somewhere in the first part. So you have to go on quite fast over the first part, and then now we see a main section now in the roof, which goes over the really classic hold now. We go now inside the insert. I think this insert was in each route in each competition since 19 years. So it's a real classic one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hold sees a lot of hands from a lot of climbers. And you see, it's a little bit complicated there. They don't know exactly what to do.
Yeah, he's having a little bit of a rest day. He's just having a little think about things.
In any case, if you rest too long in the roof, it's not you don't get more power out of it.
Beautiful shot here from one of the cameras that's up high. That's a great view, isn't it? And you really get the appreciation of how much work they're having to do. He's taken a bit of time there, Timmermans, and I remember in the last event I did in Imst, we were talking to some of the climbers and debating, you know, is it good to rest or just go on and carry on and have a few seconds? And we saw some climbers, you know, he's been in that position for quite a time now, hasn't he?
Yeah, right. I think he was also thinking about how can I do the next move. So, in fact, I think he get more pumped out of this section.
Yeah.
This too long rest.
Timmermans won the silver medal, only 19 years old. He took the silver medal in the male juniors down in Nomea at the World Youth Championship. So that's a great performance from him. And in fact, this is his first ever lead senior World Cup. So great to see him on board. He competed in Rockmaster, but that wasn't an IFSC event. So young, 19 years old. Do you remember 19? A while ago.
Yeah, actually climbers are they start quite early now, and with the youth competitions and so on, they arrive in the really early years. They arrive on a good strength, and if you see Adam Ondra, he was already won the World Cup with the age of 16, as I remember. So, or David Lama was also competing very well with age of 16. Also Chris Sharma, when he was competing, he was really young. So this is climbing sport, and
they're getting a lot of competition, aren't they? And Catherine Chung as well. You know, she's had some great results in the junior circuit, but she's made semi-finals 2 or 3 times so far this year. The amount of experience that they've got, it's very different from maybe in the 90s, and you know, when there wasn't, almost the senior circuit was quite young, and nobody even was thinking about the junior circuit. Here's next up Marcello Bombardi of Italy. So far the two men have both struggled over that corner, and there's some really interesting stuff further on up, which I'm looking forward to seeing some of the other guys.
Actually, it's more the most flat part of the wall, but it starts to get more intense there.
Well, Chung is she's in the awkward area now for the girls, and yes, she didn't make that hold, which.
So this is she did better in the qualifications, but now the first really intense move was too hard for her.
Yeah. Must apologise. We had some bad information on Loic Timmermans. He has been competing on the senior circuit for a little while, but did silver at the recent World Youth Championships. He's got a lot more to come, and he's made a number of semi-finals in his career. So here's Marcello Bombardi of Italy. So from a route setter's point of view, you're watching this with real interest, and you know it must be quite nervous for you as well as a route setter, because you want to get that separation, don't you? You want to get 8 qualifiers. You don't want everybody to top. You know, it's a very difficult job.
Yeah, finally, this is what the competitions are make the difference of each competition, and what the spectators also want to see. They want to see interesting routes. They want to see something new. So climbing is never the same. This is the part what makes climbing really interesting. You know?
Yeah.
And I would say it's not really you cannot calculate completely that every route will work, that every move will work. You need to go sometimes to take some risks, and sometimes you do maybe also as a route setter some mistakes, and then too many people fall maybe on one move. So of course you try always the best, but it could happen, you know.
That's the beauty of sport. And Bombardi, you know, you're getting separation there. Bombardi didn't even actually make it to the ceiling.
Yeah, I think the first ones go quite well. Yeah, right.
I think Bombardi, that was more of a mistake more than being pumped. That's the thing with lead climbing, isn't it? There was 2 reasons you go. One, you're pumped and you've got nothing left, and that one was he made a mistake. He misjudged the hold. He put his hand on it and came away.
Right.
Well, this is an interesting one from Andrea Kumin of Switzerland. She's very happy to hang around there. And 26 climbers from each event. Lucas Kurb is coming out on the men's side from Austria. I was going to ask you a question you might know, as you know a lot about this event as well. Is that a lot of events have the semis and finals on the same day? I haven't asked the organizer, why is the semi-final on a different day from a final here in Kranj? Because apparently it's always been like that.
Yeah. But it's an organizer's thing, you know. It's the plan since 19 years, I would say, and I think it works so good. I think Slovenia is a different country, and they wanted to have on 2 days, on 2 evenings, a good show, you know. So you have a semi-final in the evening, like today, and then tomorrow again on Sunday night you have the finals. So this is, I think it's nice to have like this, you know. And if you have a semi-final in the morning, then it's not the same, you know.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Like, you know, we're having this semi-final now. There's a lot of people watching this around the world, and this is a good night on a Saturday night to have a big semi-final, and then tomorrow the final. But you're right, the semi-final sort of almost doesn't feel as important in the morning, you know, when we're all just waking up. And
yeah, I think it's nice also for the climbers which will not go to the final to have at least a lot of spectators and good cheering crowd. So yeah, it's nice to have it in the night.
Andrea Kumin doesn't make it to that little hold there. So far it's only the first climber that went out. It was only Katja Kadic who actually got past that hold, and she just failed on the next one. So she's currently doing okay there. Andrea Kumin, only 17 years old. They're getting younger and younger, these climbers, I swear. And she's not actually made it through to a final yet. She won't make it through to the final with that performance, but she's racking up the semi-final performances and doing very well indeed. 17 years old, some great youngsters coming through. Here is Cub. Now this is getting to this area here. Loic Timmermans currently in the lead with a 33 plus, 27 for Bombardi and a 26 plus for Bexler. So Timmermans from Belgium currently has a decent lead.
Yeah, sometimes the first starters in the round they do quite good because they have no pressure. Yeah. They will not lose any place, you know, so they can go full power. So this is from the mind side, it's really nice, you know.
Yeah,
you get the last place on the semi, perfect.
There's like no pressure, and then you get people like Sachiyama who's coming out in 8th place, who has been one of the top climbers for a few years, and he's under pressure because he's got to beat everybody else who's been before him.
Yeah, he looked today a little bit, little bit tired from the season. Maybe it's his last competition of a long season, and not everybody can keep the shape the whole season. So sometimes they are a little bit. They need to recover, so they can train again quite hard for the next season.
From Switzerland, this is Jaras Spate, 17 years old again. I'm sure we're going to have some older athletes coming a little bit later. And she's looking very comfortable here. I'm just looking through her list, and she's competed in Kranj last year and Valence in France, finishing 31st and 32nd. And I believe this is the first time she's made it through to a semi-final in the senior tour in her career. So this is a big moment for her first ever semi-final. And from Canada, it's Elin Jonas McRae, who's it's good to see there's more than one athlete from Canada who's climbing on the World Tour. Of course, everybody knows about Sean McCall, but Sean has said that there's some really good guys coming up, and Elin is certainly one of them who's made his mark on the World Tour. So Christian, you're sat here enjoying the view. It's a lovely view from here, isn't it?
Perfect.
It's perfect. We're up high on the second floor, and we get a direct view of the wall. Your responsibilities, I suppose, once you've set, are you watching climbers to see if there's anything for the final route that you have in your mind? And I believe you're working on it. After this semi-final, you're going to do the final setting.
Yeah, right. We always react a little bit about the rounds.
Yeah.
We have, of course, we set the route, but also now in the semi we put some very little details, something different, a bit more difficult, bit more easy, And so we try to adapt to the field, you know. And of course, in the semi-final, we want to have a real separation of also of the good ones, of the best ones, and in the final, we really try to have a really big show. So the route is, with some elements in the final. So I think it will get nice. Tomorrow.
So will there be things when you see the top guys come out? Will you be looking to see if they're all managing particular moves a little bit easily? Are you analysing sort of particular moves, and you're thinking, okay, they're going to do that problem very easily in the final, so I'm going to make that harder?
Yeah. Mainly, if they do quite better in the semi than we thought, then we need to do the final maybe a bit more stiff. But as far as I see, I think we are on a good way. So I don't think that we need to change a lot of things in the final.
No. A lot more to come yet. Elin Jonas McRae has been competing pretty solidly on the World Cup Tour this year and last. Been a consistent semi-finalist. Competed in the Asia Tour, was 14th, 10th and 19th there respectively. 29th in the World Championships, just missed out on the semis there. 22nd in Imst. And
without feet, that's hard.
19 years old. Oh!
Yeah, there you can see it's quite a little bit complicated, this section, and so if you don't get very good into this section, then you lose too much power or you go down there.
It's really tripping up a lot of the athletes, isn't it? There's only Timmermans who's made it over the ledge, and everybody else has failed below. So as long as some of the other athletes can get above, then we're cool. But
it's a kind of key section there, and then it's a bit the field.
Yeah. So this is Salome Ramon, of France. 18 years old. She comes from Briançon, good place to climb. I was over there recently for some ice hockey of all things, and a lot of climbers, a lot of bikers. Of course, the Tour de France went through Briançon at the same time as the climbing this year, and it was the only event in recent memory that we've ever had cancelled. And I know with the lightning strikes, there's a great video online of the lightning hitting everything and taking the electricity out. A few guys ended up in hospital. We cancelled the finals, and the weather was absolutely terrible. I know we lost a little bit of equipment there at the same time ourselves. Salome Rahman, she has competed in Briançon for a fair few years, of course, that being her local one. She was 33rd in Chamonix in 2012 and 21st in Briançon, and 18th in Briançon 2013. And then this year she's been competing a lot more seriously. She was 9th in Chamonix, great performance there, just missing out on the final. So this girl is a real name for the future. Well, Christian's going to stay with us and talk us through here. Now, Christian, you've obviously competed. You love climbing. You've competed for many years. So when you stopped climbing, and obviously you never stopped climbing, when you stopped climbing competitively, was it something that was always in the back of your mind that you really enjoyed the technical aspect, but the route setters would set for you, and you thought this was something you would get into?
Yeah, actually it was like this, that you still compete, and you start already to set somewhere in the national competitions and so on, the routes. So it's yes, I would say fluently you move. And if you have fun also to see the new generation climbing on moves what you build up, then it's a really nice job. But it's of course it's sometimes very easy to get critics, sometimes
the job,
positive, sometimes negative, So I would you can compare it a little bit like referees in the football games. It's really hard to do that, and sometimes you don't understand why they do that. If everybody is
that's always the job. I'm just going to say that while we were talking, Romein came away there, but very disappointing, I think, for Tim Reuser of Netherlands, who actually didn't even make it up to the... Well, I say didn't even make it. I don't mean that with any disrespect, but he's walking away currently in last place because he didn't make it up to the ceiling area. But he's still a youngster. He's 21 years old. He's not been climbing for so long. This is actually looks like only his first major event outside of Belgium and Austria. And he enjoys the juniors here. He was third in 2012. In fact, this is his first event since 2012 in the juniors. So he's had a couple of years break, as these youngsters can do. They go off and do something else, and he's getting back into climbing now as a 21-year-old. So the next two are up. They just keep coming here. I do have lots of questions to ask you, Christian. I will do. But first of all, we have a look, and on the left-hand side is Rebecca Kamin of Slovenia. There's a few cheers from local Slovenians around here. She's from just up the road as well, Ljubljana, and this is her first ever senior event. So not bad that she's made the semi-final.
Yeah, that's great.
She's just having a look. She's made finals of some of the youth phase in the juniors event, but yes, this is fantastic. She's doing really well. On the right-hand side, Bernard Rock. Now I don't think is this part of this isn't the Rock family, is it? Yes, it is the Rock family. I'm being told by my assistant here. So Magdalena's brother is obviously a pretty good climber himself as well. And just looking at the lad, Kamin is moving up that wall very quickly. Actually, she's doing well. Of course, our graphics don't include umlauts and things like that, which I'm sorry is a disrespect to the German language. We are going to sort that out for next year. Although I think Germans are quite used to things like umlauts being missed out when on international webcasts and things like that. Bernhard Rock is 18 years old. I don't think we've seen any. In fact, just the one athlete we saw, 21. Now he has competed quite a lot of times, and he was 32nd in IMSA. I think this is the first time. He made a semi-finals in Balance actually in 2013, and also IMS 2013. So this is his third semi-final.
I hope he will go a little bit further, because this move was hard for him.
Yeah. He took a bit of energy out of him there, didn't he? And Rebecca's just having a break. Ooh.
Yeah, this looks hard.
Rebecca getting some real motivation from the crowd here. Her first ever senior, and yeah.
Bernhard is gone. Yeah. You saw this. He was just struggling in the first part a bit, and then if you need too much time, then it's over very fast.
So Bernhard Rock, his event is complete. He won't make it through to the final tomorrow. But Rebecca Camin, well, all the girls so far have struggled on the hold that's coming up in about 3 or 4 holds time. We're just having a little look. She's got a few more to do first. She knows this is a big move for her. Good hold. Still work to do.
Yeah, nice. The Slovenian team, the girl team, is really strong.
This is a big one now. A lot of girls have struggled here. A lot of the ladies have fallen at this point. Oh, so close. That was a good try, where you felt that she was getting towards the end. And Rebecca Camin of Slovenia probably won't make the final. I think. Okay, here's a question. Do you think we're going to see any tops? Do you think some of these top guys are going to get to the top? That would be the plan, yeah?
Yeah, of course we hope that 1, 2 or 3 will go to the top in the semis. And this is what is a plan from us, but it's not not so easy that everything
Well, I did talk to
like
one route setter who actually said that they have bets and they decide how many tops they're going to have, and so some people put a bit of money on 0, 1, 2, 3.
Maybe without money, but
maybe a pint, maybe a drink. So we have another Slovenian outfit here with the ladies. I do love this kit they're wearing. Tasia Kalan, and on the right.
Yeah, we have the German Christoph Hanke.
Yeah.
I hope he will do good.
What do you know about Christoph? Have you seen him climbing a lot in Germany?
Yes, I see him many times, also with the national competitions where I mainly set the routes. So he's quite a strong climber. Yeah. But he's very young, so I think he has to work some 2-3 more years. And then can get really to the top.
Yeah. There's some really good Germans. I think of Jan Hoyer in bouldering. He's an absolute superb talent.
Bouldering team in Germany is very good at the moment. So we try to have this in 2-3 years in the league.
Yeah. It's good to see for sure. I know that Great Britain has a similar situation with bouldering very strong, lead not so strong, and it's good to see there's a few Brits around here as well.
Yeah, the trend goes a little bit to bouldering because it needs not so much time for the training. So,
Christoph doing well. He's doing really well here. That was a very comfortable move. He's not tied yet.
Till now, he looks great.
Yeah, he's not in trouble at all. He's got more to go.
And I think the roof section, he liked the roof section. He's really strong in the roof, so that's nice.
Yeah.
He can manage to do that, I think.
Tries to show off the pecs there a little bit as he went around. Here we go. There you go. This is how to do it.
I guess he'd do it without feet.
Who needs legs?
Yeah, but easy, It's great.
Climb up with your arm.
Come on!
Oh, no, Christoph.
That was.
Well, maybe, I don't know, he wasn't
He did
showboating.
so good till there, and if he get the next one, then he can go, I think, 2, 3, 4 moves
Absolutely.
further, you know.
What a disappointment. That was a real mistake from the German. He really had it in the palm of his hand and he just slipped. And you don't get any second chance, do you, in this sport? On the left-hand side now, Tjaza Kalan of Slovenia. Christoph Hanke, he's only 20 years old. And he's had a really a great career on the junior side of things. But the locals here giving Kalan some real motivation. Do you feel that the mistake with Christoph was just, is that just one of those little inexperienced things that, you know, he made that look so easy?
Yeah, it looked a bit like the foot slip away somehow. Yeah, in my opinion, I think it was not a real mistake. Something happened.
Kalan is making her move up, and we've already seen everybody has gone down on this this little hold, that's sort of a little circular hold that's sticking out. You can see it at the top of the screen there. That's the one that's given just about everybody problems, and we've only seen one athlete go past that area. Javier Cano Blasquez of Spain on the right hand side. We'll just concentrate a little bit on Kalan here, because this is a big move for her now. Kalan, she's only 18 years old. She's only competed in Kranj in 2012, where she was 29th. In 2013, she was 16th. And here's one move. She's made that.
Yes.
The next one is the big one.
Nice, come on. Yes.
Here we go. Here we go. She looks
power.
good. She looks good. She does look good. She is not pumped yet. She's still got more to give. It's incredible, isn't it? You can tell physically.
She looked perfect.
She's looking strong, and she's got the next hold as well. And I believe that is going to put her into the lead, because she's got a strong hold of it, and she's moving ahead. We have a new leader in the women's category.
Yes.
Oh,
Great.
really good.
She missed to clip the bolt, so a little bit.
Yeah. Would she be penalised for missing the clip, or?
No,
No.
in this case.
Because she could go back to get it.
Yeah.
having
From
realised.
the right hold, you can clip. Still can clip. You can clip also from.
So
afterwards.
was that a sign that, because she possibly felt that her arms were going and she didn't waste any energy on the clip, she wanted to get a thrust?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
She calculated like this to go on fast and to get some better places out of it. And I think she did quite well, and
Absolutely.
she will be under the top 15 maybe.
Might be the difference between, well, you never know how things turn out. This is sport. On the left, it's Molly Thompson-Smith. I was talking, I was going to talk about Javier Cano Blasquez, but he's gone early.
Yeah, this the foot slip away.
Yeah.
While clipping, this is not normally happening.
He's not happy at all about that. You can't see him on camera, but he's staring up at the hold. He just can't believe that he lost his grip. And
this can happen sometimes. If it's the first move, it's very bad.
So Molly Thompson-Smith of Great Britain, and of course the Brits have had a good year in terms of Shona Coxey doing so well on the women's side of things. And Dave Barons on the men's failed to qualify today. I believe he finished down in 33rd, I think. I'm just going to have a quick check. He was 36th in the qualification, so missed out by 10 places. Molly Thompson-Smith. looking comfortable. Only 17 years old, from London, and she's been a very good finisher on the youth tour, Youth B and Youth A. Been a regular finalist. She won in Imst, Austria in 2014 on the Youth A, and she's just started competing seriously. She actually likes coming to Kranj. She came here last year, finished 27th, so she just missed out on the semi-finals last year by 1 position. And this year she's competed in Chamonix, Briançon with her lead climbing, and Imst. Not made a semi-final in those 3, but she likes Kranj. This is her first ever semi-final at senior level. On the right hand side, Yuri Rastrsen of Slovenia. So Molly Thompson-Smith will have heard the cheers in the background, so she'll have a feel that but of course all the athletes, you know round the back if somebody tops, because you hear the applause, you know it's taken a long time between being called. So now the athletes who are in isolation, and you're listening to the commentator, you're listening to what's going on. They'll all know that nobody's got topped yet. There's been a fairly fast turnover. Oh, well done. That was a good way of doing that one.
The big round one.
Oh, she couldn't get out of that position now. And there's one for the memory bank. She's having a good look up at that. Tell me if I'm wrong here, Christian, but she did a lovely move to get into that, but then she couldn't actually get the left hand over, and then she got sort of stuck in that position.
You need to match with the feet the little ball, so to match the big one. So she was not able to bring up the foot to the handhold before, so then you fall it,
Yeah.
But now Jure is doing quite well there.
Jure is doing pretty well here. Well, he's just heard his compatriot Kalan take the lead,
but
in
he don't know how to solve the situation. He should know because he's Slovenian.
Yeah.
They know the wall quite well, and the classic insert better than all the rest of the field. Yeah, now he get it. But
good performance from the 21-year-old.
Actually, for me, Christoph did it without foot, but it looks really easy for him.
Yeah.
This section, and so many climbers have trouble, so he did really good.
Yeah, Christoph did it in a very interesting way. I don't know if we'll see anybody do it like that. He was like he was in a playground, like the children just going along the bars.
Yes.
Here is so Yuri Rastrsen. He departs. He's not yet made a final in the senior event. He was 9th. He was 15th in Purs 2013. In fact, this is his first event, 2014. And on the left now, Hannah Schubert. Well, we were talking to Jakob a little bit earlier. If you were watching us right from the beginning, you'll have seen the interview we did with Jakob. He talks a little bit about the experience of Hannah and how she's doing so well for herself. And of course, she'll be thrilled. Her brother is going to be taking a gold medal for the overall, for the lead climbing.
Yeah, she's doing quite dynamic. She climbed really like a fresh style.
Yeah.
I like to see that. Because the really strong women, they climb more controlled. So it's also nice to see the very young generation climbing a little bit different style.
Yeah. Taking a little bit of a longer break here, letting the fingers rest. Still got plenty to go. We're only about a third of the way through here. Welcome wherever you are in the world. Where it's currently 8:41 in the evening here. And always interested, do use the hashtag IFSC WC. You see it in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. And if you want to fire some questions, do get them over on that hashtag. And Christian Bindhammer, the chief route setter here for this event, is with me. So if you've got any particular questions about route setting, then do fire them over. Thomas Jones of France on the right-hand side. In fact, I see, I do have a question for you, Christian, from Albin Alexis, who said, how much, as route setters, do you climb the routes before the competition? You know, obviously you're going to do some climbing, but do you actually climb the whole thing? Or do you just sort of get some ladders up and you climb from halfway onwards?
No, in this grade, of course, you need to do 8 routes. You know, you set 8 routes. You do the setting, so you check the routes. You know, you check the moves. You check some moves in a row, but you never do the whole route, because if you can do the whole route, it's just you can start in the competition. You know.
Anna Schubert comes off there. But yes, please fire a few questions over. We are always happy to take them. It's easier to take them in the semi-finals. Of course, finals are always pretty mad and hectic. And nice to see the climbing circuit, which I presume you're in Australia, as it's 6 a.m. So yeah, you can watch us. You can fall asleep to our little dulcet tones here. You got Britain, the German voice coming over you, nice and clear down under. Few supports for Molly the climber hashtag. That's a good hashtag to have. So next up, Martin Bergant of Slovenia. So again, more Slovenians making it through. They've certainly done themselves proud in qualification. And on the left-hand side, Nicky van Bergen of the Netherlands. So going to plan, do you think? As you know, we're a third of the way through, and nobody's really made it into the top area at all. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting is that the first starters go quite high, and then So, like I told you before, it's sometimes really good to be in the last place. Yes, the last place. So you can do it around quite well, and you can do this.
It is interesting.
When I see the first line, I was thinking about they go quite high. I start to be a bit nervous, but now I'm not nervous anymore.
And of course, some of the climbers to come are climbing at such an amazing level. You see some of these amazing climbers coming in, and do you feel that when I was talking to one of the guys in the United States, and he was saying that he feels that the level now is as strong as it's ever been. There's so many great climbers, and they're all competing with each other. And he sort of said, 10, 15 years ago, you could take one of the top 10, and he would have dominated 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, right, of course, because the climbing style changed with bouldering, and the routes go more into the boulder style, also in lead. And if you put such moves, 10 years ago, I would say, it would be much too hard, So you have to go with the time, with a lot of bouldering gyms. The people start really to move on the artificial holds very early, as the kids and children, and jumping around on the holds. So it's a completely different style if you compare it 15 years ago. Slab climbing, something like this,
Martin Bergant fails in the usual area, so we've got a lot of athletes who have struggled there. He took a bronze medal in the male juniors at the World Youth Championships, and that was his last event. He's competed in a few. This is his first semi-final though, so well done. His second. He got the semi-final in Imst, but well done to Martin. We'll see a lot more of that 18-year-old in years to come. But concentrating now on Nicky van Bergen, and she has comfortably made it up to an area where some of the girls are struggling. This could be a new leader here. She's still got plenty of
She looks
energy.
strong, and she look about the clip, I think. She will clip now, and then I think she will go on.
She's having a little look up there to see what's to come. The lead just got a touch. Yep, she's no problems here so far. Yeah, and there she goes for the clip. And this is the clip that the previous girl didn't go. Now she's having trouble with the clip now.
Yeah, right. I'm a little bit wondering why they did not clip from the big one.
Yeah.
From the big, she has the left foot.
Well, she's taking the lead, but she's struggling. She is struggling on the clip here, and the clip has done it. Well, that's a very interesting one, isn't it? That was actually the clip that caused her the problem.
Yeah, right. If you pass it, then it's not so easy to clip it afterwards. So
that's very unusual. You
need to, in lead climbing, you also need to think about the clipping positions. You know.
Yeah. Well, she felt that she could do a clip later on, and then she realised that her legs were in the way, and she's taken the lead. Nikki Van Bergen has gone into the lead, but she's going to be disappointed, isn't she? Because you felt that she actually had a bit more in her. She could have gone further.
Right.
So on the right-hand side is Masahiro Higuchi. Higuchi from Japan, and we've got another athlete on the women's side. So far the men's is there for the taking. You feel that anybody who can get over that ceiling area that Higuchi is just about to reach. Hope you watch it, enjoying the pictures all in glorious HD. It's always lovely. It's always nice to see the HD pictures. I've got a HD screen in front of me, and it's the quality is phenomenal. Helen Yannicot of France. And let me know on Twitter where you are around the world. I see there's usually a good sort of 5,000-10,000 of you watching live from around the world, and a lot of you will be watching in times. Just to confirm, Nikki Van Bergen has taken the lead from the Netherlands. But do let us know. Use that hashtag IFSCWC.
The Japanese climber looked really great on this part of the route.
And he's done it quickly.
Quite quickly, yeah. But now he looks a bit... Yeah, he did it.
Oh,
perfect.
Very good.
So now I think he will go on for some more moves. Maybe he can take the lead now.
Well, this is around the area. We don't have our graphics on semi-finals, but this is around the area.
Yeah, no.
Well, he's close.
Yeah.
If he's not first, he's second.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Maybe both of them have the plus on this hold, so
yeah.
I think he could be in the lead now because of better result.
Higuchi's one of those that likes to mix it up. He's competed in Hayang, China for bouldering.
Yeah,
he did bouldering in France in Laval, and then inside Japan for lead. And he comes over to Kranj to do a bit of lead. So he's one of those who likes to do a bit of everything.
Yeah, he's now the leader.
He is in the lead, yes, good spot. And Timmermans drops to second. And in fact, they both had a 33 plus, so it's based on Higuchi's better performance in the qualification. So 33 plus for the two men. And we are halfway through. That's 13 athletes on the result boards for the men, so there's 13 to come. And with 8 qualifying for the final, Higuchi's going to be watching the next few climbers, just seeing where they get to, because there's a chance of some of those just sneaking in, isn't there, in 7th and 8th. Helen Yannicot of France on the left-hand side. Just waiting.
We will wait now with the men for the cleaning, because there will be a cleaning after the 13th.
Of course,
climber.
yes. Of course, yeah. We have a little delay, so we can concentrate on Yannicot here. She's 20 years old, from Clermont-Ferrand. She was 7th in Inzai, and she took the bronze medal in Wujiang and Mokpo. So this is a woman who would be expecting to do better, and she obviously didn't have such a good qualification by her normal standards. So this is interesting. Here's an athlete who really is, you know, she would want to be in the lead after this, and she'd be hoping to go quite high.
She looked good on this place. I hope she will clip now.
Yep, and let's see how she clips. She was 4th in the World Championships in Gijón, Spain, just recently, and she's not clipped yet. Here she goes.
Great.
Well done.
She managed it.
Bit of a reach, yeah.
Perfect. She found a little knee bar.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just wedged herself nicely in there, hasn't she?
It's not really a no-hand rest, but it helps a bit.
Yeah, that's given her a good rest point there. And
Yeah, I think she will take the lead now.
yeah, that's the first athlete we've seen who's actually used that knee bar there, isn't she? And she's taken that opportunity. Now, is that something that you'd have planned there, or?
You can put the knee a bit.
Yeah.
It's not real no-hand rest, but you can be in a stabilized position.
She's coming back in to get the knee in there again. She didn't like the way that went, and she.
I think she have to do now. She have to do now full power.
Yeah. Reach straight up. Now you feel that the energy's starting to go. Yeah, she might pay for this a little bit later on now. She's going to go for a stretch. Oh, she's held. Janikot struggling a little bit. She needs to hold here. Oh, well done.
Perfect.
Allez indeed. Oh, what a try for that.
But in any
final.
case, that's the lead for her.
Yep, Janikot takes the lead, and whether she'll qualify for a place in the final is yet to be seen. Took a lot of energy out on that area. That's a good little problem. You must be quite proud there that you've set them something a bit awkward. She nearly held on as well to that little one up there, but then, you know, looking at the prop, there's not a lot of substance above there, so even if she'd have held on there, you've said a few awkward things later on, haven't you? So it's a bit of a world of pain further up.
Yeah, finally he lost a little bit the tension, the body tension, and then you go down because you need to keep the foot on the ball. You know.
Good audience here, and I think we've got one more, because in fact I think, you know, the men have been climbing very quickly, because I think we've got 2 more women climbers to come, because Julia Chanoudi of France, and she's number 15, so we've still got 1 more to come after this before we take our break. So the men are having a little rest here. She's 18 years old, from Charleville-Mézières. Prolific competitor. She got the bronze medal in the female juniors of lead in Nemea at the World Youth Championships. Yet to reach a final in the senior event, but she's made a number of semi-finals, including Chamonix, Briançon and Imst this year. We were having a little bit of fun earlier today. We're watching some football on the screens. England beat Slovenia on the big screen here, so I think the locals weren't very happy. But I better not talk about football too often, or we start talking about how many World Cup wins Germany have had. let's forget that now.
4 times.
4 times. Okay.
How often England was?
And you're going to tell me the one that England won, that ball never crossed the line as well. So it should have been 5.
How about the last World Championship?
Yeah, not so good. Yeah. Costa Rica got a very good team in. They're very underrated. Okay, back to climbing. I set myself up for that one, didn't I? I better keep it quiet. We are live tomorrow night, of course. Okay, lovely to see you. Let's have a few questions as well. Peter Hurtig, I'm not sure where you are, Peter, but just asked a question. What do you have some approximate grades for the women's and men's routes? You know, I know you don't grade them, but if you were to, what would your rough feeling be?
Yeah, that's the most interesting question, of course, because nobody can answer have an answer on that question, because the competition routes are so special. They get more intense on the last move, so you will not have this kind of routes normally outside on the crack. So it's so hard to compare it. It's really just suitable for the field, to split the field, to have a good show. So finally the grade is it's not really the thing, because really the last move is mainly quite hard and nearly impossible to do if you are not really in a perfect shape. And so you have to be at least the best climber of the world to go really to the top of such routes. So
Okay, thank you.
It's too hard to grade it. Normally I say something, but if it's if it's like 80 plus or 80 on the men's route, AB or 80 plus on the women's route, it's around that. But of course, all the climbers there could climb much harder on the crack if they work on the route.
Okay, well, thank you for that. And the same question came from Alice Tapina as well, just a few minutes earlier. So nice to see Madis Pukanen from Estonia watching. We know where Estonia is. Are you in Tallinn? A few comments about from UK actually. UK are always pretty heavy on Twitter. So congratulations to Molly, and nice to see Gavin Edwards watching it from Bristol, supporting Japanese commentators. Tapina is from Slovenia. Great to see. Well, nice to see you on there. There's such a small percentage of you actually do tweet in. I know a lot of you just watch it at home, and you don't want to go into Twitter. In fact, many of you don't even have Twitter. The big ladder is out ready, because after Christine Schranz has finished, we will have a short break, and we'll probably get to have the leaderboard up on screen, and we can have a little look through how we stand. And yes, it's and I've seen some pictures at times of people who have put the webcast up on big screens in the climbing gym, and there's been a good few hundred sat watching it and enjoying the evening, and it's lovely to see. And I always, please post those pictures up. It's really great to see those sort of pictures. Hi Sheila, lovely to hear from you in France. Sheila, a commentator from old. I won't say from old. We'll always have you on board, Sheila, whenever you're around. So good to see you, Sheila, and hope you're well. Christine Schantz is fairly well so far. The girls we've had nobody fall at this early level. This has just been simple stuff getting up there. Now we have this interesting little transition. We're live tomorrow at 8 p.m. local time for the final, and multiple award ceremonies as well, because there'll be award ceremonies for the lead ranking and the overall ranking, of which the gold medals have already been determined, and it's only silver and bronze that are still in the mix. It's great to have Christian Bindhammer with me as chief route setter here, who seems to be smiling. So I think the tournament's gone pretty well for him so far this climb. We have a good separation. We've still got, of course, the top 13 climbers to go. Some pretty big names in there. And of course tomorrow we'll get a little chance with you. Once you've set the routes, we'll bring the camera down, and you can point us through the routes, and we'll have a good analysis on the problem tomorrow. So no problem so far for Christine Schranz. She's looking pretty comfortable here. Austria have got sort of so many top athletes here. It was really interesting. I remember interviewing Hannah Sturr in Vale, and she was telling me the story that she actually joined the senior squad as a lead climber, and she couldn't get in the team, and she had to switch to bouldering. That was a pretty good switch, Anna.
Yeah, right. The Austrian team, especially the girls, are really strong. They have they do a good youth team job, you know.
Yeah.
So they get a lot of talents out of the youth, and they do finally.
They seem to have real fun on tour as well. You know, they have a good atmosphere. They're all taking skateboards out in the United States, and they're all skateboarding everywhere, and having real fun.
And now she looks really good.
She was 7th in Mokpo, 9th in Rujiang, and 13th in Inzai.
Very easy, and I think she will do the clip quite well.
Yep. No problem here. She's certainly moved into the top 5 now. Now she's on this particular hold. Now the clip has been the issue.
Yeah.
And she.
No.
No.
She missed also. Yeah.
Oh, she missed the hold, and Christine Schranz will probably not make the final. Coming off a little bit early there. She's shaking her head with disappointment. And we'll have a little look up. As you see, all the big heavy stuff is out now.
So now cleaning starts.
Yeah, just for people out there, just to, we're always, of course, we've been covering the World Tour for a number of years. We know what's going on, but for those out there, just from a climbing point of view, everybody's going up with chalk on their hands and getting a good grip, but they are leaving chalk on these holds, aren't they? So they have to be cleaned.
Yeah, one time, if there are like 26 climbers, it would be too much it would be unfair for the last climber. So it is good like it is, the rule. So so we have the cleaning and the semi, and of course there is no cleaning in the final because with 8 athletes you don't need to clean between.
You don't feel that there is a slight disadvantage then to being the last climber out on the final, that you've had 7 people before you with some chalk left around? You don't feel that makes any difference at all?
No, I don't think so. So it have to be a little bit more people climbing on the route. That it gets unfair, so it's not a big problem.
I can see the results on the big screen here in front of me. So Higuchi with 33 plus is leads, with Timmermans also on 33 plus. I believe we might be getting on our screen in a second. But when you see that background, it usually means you're going to be seeing some sort of graphic. Here we go. This is the women's side of things, and Helen Janikot 32 plus. No surprise that she's in the lead, and there's a good amount of separation there from a route setter. You're happy with that, aren't you?
I'm quite happy with this result now, because there's no nearly nobody fall on the same hold. Yeah, it's just the 4th and the 5th place, but it looks good.
That's pretty good. So that's the top 10 for the ladies, and in fact here's the men straight away. Higuchi and Timmermans both of the 33 plus. And Hanke, he could have done so much better.
Yeah, right. Still, he will be happy with this result.
Yeah.
But I would say he could get some more holds today.
Yeah.
He missed a little bit the chance.
He'll be going to bed tonight quite frustrated. Do you do that when you've made a mistake and you go to bed and you can't stop thinking, why did I not do that hold correctly?
Yeah, this follow you 2-3 nights, I would say.
This is the nature of the sport, isn't it? You've come here, you've trained, you've come out on a flight, you've been here 3-4 days, and that split second is all it takes.
Yeah, right. Afterwards, you always know what you have to do better,
Yeah.
So I think it's the same in each sport, and if you miss, like in the football, if you miss a lot of chances to do the goal, and then the other team do have one chance and making the goal and winning 1-0, it's not good.
Yeah.
This happened very often, and I think also the team is always thinking about what have we done, why we haven't hit the goal, you know.
The one good thing is that we haven't seen anybody get into the really top area, so there's been no cleaning at all. So this is actually quite a fast clean, because we've only had, as we saw, the men's went up to 33 and the women's was up to 32, and in fact, the big heavy stuff, the big scaffold has gone. And there's just the ladder left. As you see, that big scaffold's been wheeled away. We are actually in a school sports hall, just in case you're wondering why there's a couple of basketball hoops there to our left, and there was kids playing volleyball here when we arrived yesterday, and it's amazing. And of course, this wall is part of the school, and so the kids, what a great school to have, huh? Have a climbing wall.
Really, this climbing wall was one of the best if you go back 19 years, you know. It was a really great wall, and you see that still the wall is still really good for putting up World Cup routes. So great job.
Congratulations to whoever set this going 19 years ago, and the next year will be the 20th, and they are going to be running one here next year, and it'd be great because we've had some great champions here. We've had some great competitions. I remember watching. 3 or 4 years ago when I think Kim Jain came out and the whole audience stood up on their feet, and the lights came down, and the hairs were going up on the back of my neck. It was just an absolutely amazing. I was watching at home just as you guys are watching now, and it was just an amazing feeling. And we are you wouldn't put Slovenia as a climbing country, but it truly is a climbing country, and you only have to see from the number of competitors here.
I think the big bonus of the smaller countries in climbing is that the members of the team can train together. They have not they don't live somewhere else long distances away, so they motivate each other, they train together. So they go on to have a better climbing performance.
Here we go. Well, I wonder who this could be.
Sebastian Helenke.
He's looking poked already down there. Look at him. He's been waiting too long.
I hope he will get a really good run on that route.
Sebastian, you've
I
got
wish
so
it to
much
him.
energy,
So.
Sebastian actually he did the commentary with me in Imst, and he was absolutely fantastic. Very talkative, really good guy. And of course,
it would be great if he can do one now to the final, because he was never in the final. He was always close to the final. He was several times 9th place. So it would be just great to have maybe today a really good performance to reach it.
He made the final in Mokpo. He was 9th in Wujiang. 13th in Inzai, but as you say, he's had a few just outside, and of course only triple world champion as well at youth level. So this man has won big titles already, and I think that there are some times where you see guys walking out and you think this guy's something a little bit different. He's got something about him, as well as his hairstyle. And
the colour change sometimes.
It's a good red. It's a nice red today. I thought he might go for green one day, to match the pants, but this guy is going to go somewhere in climbing, and it's really interesting to watch as he grows and learns the sport, because there's no doubt he's got the talent, and he's got a good attitude as well. He's got a very good head on his shoulders, and just doing the commentary with him, the way he talks, that he really understands climbing.
Yeah, he's absolutely motivated to train, so he's a real also worker, and it's nice to see him, and I hope really that he will do it once to the final, maybe today.
Yeah. I'm afraid my stats are a little bit out of date, because I'm just struggling with just getting information from the website, but here we go. Yes, he was 9th in Imst. He just finished outside the top 8 in Imst, and but he's lots of first places in the youth events.
Yeah, now he start to get to the roof section.
Here we go.
Till now he looks great, in my opinion.
You're right, he hasn't made a final yet. He was 9th in Briançon, 9th in Imst.
Yeah, right.
So
I
that's
know that
twice
he
he's just
have a
missed.
lot of nines played.
Yeah, he's been so close. On the left-hand side is Yuka Kobayashi of Japan. What a great view from this camera. Kobayashi's just transitioning to the side wall now. Sebastian Halenki has just having a little breather here. It's interesting, talking to Sebastian in Imston. It's interesting that he's having a rest here because it was a topic we discussed at length about, is it good to have too long a rest? And he was saying, if you feel you need it, if you feel the arms start to take a little break.
It depends a little bit on the climbing style of the athlete.
Yeah.
I think for him it's quite good for the head. So he managed very good.
He's done well there, and now
he can go on. That looks great.
Yeah, he's got round the corner.
Come on.
What a move that is. And I think this is
come
easy.
On.
He's still
on,
okay.
come on.
Oh, he went for the
No.
stretch. Oh,
He takes the
Sebastian.
lead. He takes the lead, but it's the same move.
Yeah,
30.
same hold.
33
You're right.
plus.
He's in the lead. Now, will he regret that he? What do you think? Should he have gone for that? Because he tried to miss out the hold and go directly above. And
Right.
Do you think that with
I
what?
think he could go a little bit. He could manage to do that move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe he put it. He tried it a little bit too dynamic.
Yeah. I don't know if he was getting pumped there. We'll ask him later.
Yeah,
Maybe he was just feeling, he was starting to get pumped. He had to go,
Yeah.
and maybe he just made a big effort. As we see. Meanwhile, Kobayashi, she's comfortably moved into that little circular hold.
Yuka
She's
did.
clipped. She's clipped at the right time.
Yuka is strong, and she did really good last year here.
Yeah.
So in the final, so I think we could have now the lead.
Yeah. Well, considering the clip was awkward,
Yeah,
and in fact the clip took one person down, she's clipped early.
She have a really good feeling for the route.
Yeah.
She find the easiest solutions. So great. Yeah, she's doing all the right way. Yeah, that looks good. Come on.
Here we go. She'll take the lead if she gets a hold here,
Yeah,
and she has
come
done.
on. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Well,
Nice.
now here we go. Now tell us about this top area.
Nice.
Because we've not seen this area yet. So what were you planning here, Christian?
Now you have not a lot of footholds here. You see, you have to have this quite big hold, but it's a little bit blocked with some other holds. So the handhold is not so good like it looked like. And then you have an intermediate hold to come around the corner to a little edge on the volume. So
Right.
where she falls now, they're really hard end starts.
Well, she's just taken the lead, and she's got a chance here. So Kobayashi, there's 12 athletes to go, and Kobayashi now in the lead, and we're going to see some of these other athletes who were hoping of a chance at a final. Probably their hopes are going to be dashed, especially when you look at some of the names that are still to come. We've got Vidmar, Markovic, Posh, Rock, Kim, Noguchi, Fakhridinova of Russia. There's some great climbers there to come. But that went down as a 36 plus for Kobayashi. And here's Akito Matsushima, also of Japan. Here he goes, and he's made it quite comfortably into this area now, and this is the hold where, well,
he looked good. He
Yeah.
looked really good. Yes.
no problem.
He managed this one. Yeah.
He's taken the lead.
Really quite easy.
So Matsushima, 2 Japanese athletes, both came out after the break, and now they're both taking the lead. Right, tell us about this area.
Yeah, nice. You have no foothold, but you have a big, like a big volume. You need to match. And now he missed one hole. He tries with the left good one. He's wrong in the sequence now.
Yeah.
So he read a little bit wrong the sequence, but still it was a really good performance from him. So maybe he could be in the final, maybe.
So Matsushima, so 2 Japanese athletes take the lead, and that was good. But yeah, you said he was wrong up in that area. So what can you just explain what you meant there?
Yeah, actually the round hold above the lip.
Yeah.
It's just like a foothold, So he had it with the right hand, but he should grab the hold, the positive hold in the roof with the right hand, to move to the blue volume. And he missed this, and the sloper, the foothold is too bad to move to the left side.
Okay. Well, that because yes, there was no way. Once he'd missed that, there was no way he was going to go any higher. So
yeah, he get little bit too nervous at the top. He feel he's on a good run, and then he
sort of went to his
just go on as fast as possible, and then he did a mistake, I think.
Yeah. On the men's, Urban Primozic, another Slovenian. This is now we're getting to some of the top guys who are coming out here. Primozic, 22 years old, and he's actually from Kranj. So, born in Kranj, and here he is competing. He probably went to this school. He probably knows this wall inside out.
Probably he knows this wall, yeah. Right.
I'm just looking at his results. He was 17th last year in Kranj, 9th in 2012, and he was 5th in 2011. So he did very well in 2011 as a youngster. And just looking back, he even competed as way back. His first ever lead event was in 2008 here, when he was 38. So that was when he was 16. So he was probably at the school, and he was out like, I might as well go and compete.
Right. That's nice.
That's really nice. That's really good. I don't think there's many athletes who have competed in their school at the World Cup. So there's a little record. That's a trivia question for somebody later on.
Actually, he liked it more than basketball, maybe.
Yeah. Risa Ota, another Japanese athlete. Japan have just done very well here. 21 years old, from Yamaguchi. Apologies, not been keeping an eye on the Twitter, but nice to see Glasgow watching, another Brit. And looking very good here, Risa Ota. No problems whatsoever.
You see now that the climbers get better and better. They do quite well in the first section.
She was 6th in Imst this year. That's the only final she's made this year. Sorry, she was 8th in Chamonix. So she's been semi-finalist at all the other events. So this is a big chance for her. Oh, she's not held there.
She don't read the route right, so she had a wrong solution for this move.
Yeah, and that's cost her the final. So Risa Ota leaves the arena, and she'll be a spectator tomorrow. Maybe get some good shopping done in Kranj. I don't know what you can do here on a day when you're not concentrating on climbing.
Maybe not on Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday maybe not. Yeah,
maybe also difficult.
Primozic here.
But you get a good coffee in the cafeterias.
Kranj Centre is absolutely beautiful, really nice. And the locals here, they've got a chance of some female competitors through to the final, but Primozic is one of their big hopes.
Yeah, maybe he can manage to go to the final.
So here he is, he's in 2nd place. Still 11 climbers to go. He needs to go higher I don't think this would be a qualification spot yet. All right, let's see. Let's see how he handles this area. Christian, talk us through it.
Yeah, now it's a hard match. You have to match the volume. Yes, like this, and then you can clip. But also, he also missed the right version. So yeah, if you do like this, yeah, you cannot go on, you know. So this is also the thing in climbing with the onside routes.
Yeah.
You have to read the right solution.
Okay, so
just to go to the final, and
yeah,
I believe this will be not the final. I think you will get into the final if you manage to go to the big black one.
Yeah.
To the lip, you know.
Yeah.
If you get this one, this could be the final in this route.
That seems to have become, that's 2 in a row now, and that seems to have become our little area. So we've moved up from where we were a little bit earlier, and it's now this big green boulder that's causing problems. On the left is Dinara Fakhritdinova of Russia, and she's been a real top athlete over the years. This girl, she's won many events. She's certainly well known all around the world on the circuit, and there's a definite step up in class, isn't there? She's only can't believe it. She's only 21 still, and she's been in many finals. She won the European Championships in Chamonix. She's she really has. In fact, by her standards, this season has not been as good. Just looking through, 2013, she was lots of single figures. She's had a shoulder problem, which has really affected her this year, and that has really shown in the results. To be honest, she was 26th in the World Championships in Heon, and that really did show. She competed in the speed event there as well, but she's mainly a lead climber, of course. Interestingly, she finished 29th in speed. I'm getting some good information from our producer here, Johnny, who goes to all the events. And I do remember this, but I'd forgotten. She actually finished 26th at the World Championships because she missed isolation. Can you believe that? In the World Championships. So she was placed last. I think she was 10 minutes late, and that was it. Doesn't matter how many minutes. If you're late, you're out. Gaultier Super of France on the right-hand side. Have you ever missed isolation, Christian?
Me not, but I have a story from Ramon Puyblanque. He missed the final in the World Championships 2005 in Munich. So the final,
The final
was, and I think he was the leader. I think he was the leader.
My goodness!
But yeah,
happens to everybody.
Something like this can happen if you have not the right clock or something.
No, absolutely, there's lots of stories of things like that happening in sport. And
that was really low for her.
Yeah, she's spinning her shoulder, and I just
she looked also not so solid in the first part.
No.
She don't like the route at all.
Well, I just wonder, she's had big shoulder problems, and obviously shoulder is a very important part of the body for a climber, and whether she she's just using this season almost as a bit of training, and then she'll go away. But I saw her, she put her right hand up to her left shoulder.
Okay.
And I just wonder whether she felt a twinge, and she's going, look, I'm not gonna risk this.
Yeah, maybe it's better in this case to recover and try next season.
For sure.
Of course.
Because we've not seen anybody fall there. That's the first time. So there's something strange happened there.
Right.
Back to the men, and Gaultier Super.
Yeah, he looks really good.
He is. I was going to say he looks super, but that is too corny a joke to say. I'm sorry. I wouldn't be that low class to say that.
But surprisingly, also falling on that move.
Yeah, and that wasn't tiredness, that was a mistake there. And Schubert will not make it through, so Mitsubishi and the other chap, I've forgotten his name, but the other chap who made it up to the top, you know, they're both going to be a little bit happier now. Primozic, sorry. Matsushima and Primozic, who are the two guys who've made it to the green area, they're currently first and second, and you know, they'll be a little bit happier having seen Schubert go a little bit early and thinking, well, we need 2 or 3 more to go, and we've made it to the final. So Akio Noguchi on the left, well, what an athlete this girl is. She is, it is just such a joy to watch her, and we have got an interview with her we did earlier. It will be going up on the website tomorrow, I promise, because she has won the overall World Cup with her bouldering and lead competition. But the big news is from today is that Kim Jain is coming back to bouldering. She had a bit of an injury. She's going to have an operation, and she's going to come back stronger than ever. And you know, this is what climbing's about. When you see Kyo versus Kim Jain, you know, you see 2 good top people going head to head on the world circuit. And Noguchi's bouldering season was just unbelievable. She was just top after top after top, and you felt that she had more to give as well if need be. You know, it was, you know, you see her climbing style, you know, it's like poetry watching her. You know, she's just so graceful. She's almost like a ballerina, the way she just moves around the wall. You know, there's no sharp movements, and you know, she just slides up that wall so easily.
For me, I like the Japanese style of climbing, and like you know, Yuji Hirayama, the well-known athlete from the early years, and he climbed such a really good style, and all the Japanese climbers have, it's just nice to watch them climbing.
Yeah,
they have a great feeling for the climbing, and yeah.
And it is absolutely wonderful, and the Japanese have got some incredible youngsters coming through as well. Asia really is going through an incredible resurgence of climbing, and Korea, Japan in particular are really at the forefront of that. And seeing some of these youngsters coming through, I remember Nanoni, a 16-year-old who just tore up the women's bouldering tour. She was making final after final. It's absolutely wonderful to see. On the right hand side, Francesco Battarata of Italy. Noguchi finished 9th at the World Championships. She was 4th in Inside Japan, so she's not competed in all of them. She did say in her interview that you know, she has been taking a few out, just taking a few rests. Interesting, she only competed in Japan. She didn't compete in Korea and China.
Oh, the Italian go very good.
Yep, and both of them into interesting situations now. So Battarata here, he's moving up to this area, which let's see how he deals with this particular problem.
Yeah, and also Noguchi goes.
But both
now
doing well.
Both
yes.
try to taking the lead now.
Yep. Yep. Noguchi is looking good here. I think she's now in the lead. Now here, what is Battarata going to do?
Not now. If she do now the next move, then she will be in the lead. That
So
looks
here's
good.
Francesca.
Yes, she is now in the lead. Come on. Come on. Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
She did it. Great. And go on. Yeah.
Oh,
Perfect. Nice climb from her.
Well, great climb. She's taken the lead. Akio Noguchi and Francesco Battarata there.
I think this could be the final for her.
Yeah. Yeah, she's certainly in the lead, and there's only 9 more athletes to go, so she just needs a couple of them to trip up, but she's certainly got to a good position there. And Battarata, he got to the same place as the other 2 climbers. So we have a little tie, a three-way tie at the top of the men's. We'll see how the results pan out. Next two climbers from France. It's Elise de Vries, and for the men, as you just heard our MC say, Sachi Ama of Japan. And Sachi, who won the lead climbing in 2012 and 13, #1 ranked, has not had such a good season this year by his standards, that's for sure. He's been absolutely fantastic. Here he is in 8th place going into the semi-finals, and in fact he's in 8th place on the ranking list at the moment for lead. 25 years old, and looking down the list, of course in 2013 he had a great season. Just looking, he was 2nd, 1st, 6th, 2nd, 1st, 1st, 6th, and he was 3rd here last year. So there was 3 wins, a couple of second places, a really good year. And even this year he's been 1st, 1st, 6th, and then 1st, 3rd and 2nd. So very strong competition. He's always been on the podium. It's going to be interesting here, because he's going to need to put in a strong performance to qualify in the last 8. De Vries of France. One of the older competitors, if you should say that about a lady, on the World Tour. 27 years old, which of course isn't old at all, but you know, that's experienced when you're a climber, when you've been climbing for a good 12, 13 years. She's had mixed results this year. This is an interesting position from Amma. Very happy to be upside down there. Now, you know, here's a guy who's, you know, the experience that Sachi Amma has. You know, this is going to be interesting to see how he handles. You know, he's just getting through this comfortably, isn't he?
Incredibly strong, and he did not so good in the qualification, but still, it would be really a surprise if he will not in the final. You know, so you see it, how he climbed the first part. It looks like 6A, you know, but.
Yeah, he's making it look quite easy here. He's not in trouble at all.
So I don't think that he has problems with that move. Yeah, you see it. He can skip the intermediate. So yeah, he's on a really good way to do a new height.
So here we go. So this is the bit. This is the area now that is caught. 3 athletes out. How is he going to manage here? This big green boulder on the right hand side. Got a really good view here. You can just see he's getting his fingers around.
Nice. He did really good. Yeah, he do the right version. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
There you go.
Nice.
So this hold up here is not. He's not even using it.
No, it's for the
foot.
it's for the
foot later.
Yeah. He do it right.
There you
Perfect.
go. And now
nice.
he's moved on.
Nice. Yes.
And he's just
Come
moved
on.
into the final.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's down.
For me, this is the final. Like I said before, in this hold, if you get this one, then you're safe.
And De Vries is away, and she's gone down a little bit on the low side. She'll be disappointed with that. That's probably put her out of contention.
Yeah, she also read the part of the route wrong. So she tried the wrong version, which is finally quite more difficult.
So Sachi Amma is into the final with a 43 plus, and there's only 7 more climbers to go. So DeFays leaves. I don't know if we can get the leaderboard up on screen just quickly. Our director was just having a drink of water then. I've just made him spill it all over the floor. As we're just waiting for the first few climbers to go. Here we go. Let's just have a quick look at the leaderboard as they stand. Neither climber's on the wall yet. They're both having a good look at the course. And this is how we stand. Yeah, this hasn't actually been updated. So Primozic was leading, but of course Amma has now gone ahead of him. But we've quite a few climbers yet to go. There's another 7 climbers yet to go. This is the women's side of things. Noguchi looks as if she's pretty much sealed her place. And there's just a few more left. So I think Noguchi looks pretty safe there as well. Next 2 climbers are already up on the wall. We are getting those results directly off the database online. So there is sometimes a little bit of a delay, as I discovered when I was in Vale, and Killian Fishuber was staring at me asking me if he'd qualified or not. So I don't remember that. Here's Mathilde Becher of France on the left hand side, and on the right it's the man himself, the world number 1. He's going to be crowned the world champion, he's going to be crowned as the world rankings overall for 2014 for lead Jakob Schubert. And we did a good interview. In fact, we did a nice interview with him and Sean McCall as well about their little rivalry. So there's a few videos that'll be going up tomorrow that we've already produced today. Jakob's real good form. He said he doesn't feel as if he's the best he's ever been yet, but he's feeling obviously very good. But he's he has had an injury. He has come back from an injury, which meant that he didn't compete in the bouldering at all. And it was only a finger injury, but I suppose, Christian, even though it might be the smallest injury, if you've got a slight weakness in your finger, you can't try and climb when you've got a problem.
Yeah, finger injury is really bad for a climber, of course. You have to hold really small holds, so
no chance.
This is bad, but it goes away. You stop a little bit climbing, you climb a little bit less intense, and then you can come back. It's not mainly not too serious, the finger injuries.
Well, Jakob Schubert. We've already seen Hannah Schubert, his little sister, who she won't make it through to the final today, but she's certainly a consistent semi-finalist. Another name for the future. And now it's time for the big brother, 23 years old from Innsbruck. Was disappointed with his 5th place in the World Championships at Gijón this year. I mentioned it in the interview. It's probably the low point of his year, to be honest, apart from the injury. He's doing very, very well for himself. In fact, his only blemish this year was a 17th in Wujiang. I don't know what happened there. Just had a bad climb. Can't really but if you say 17th, well, look at the rest. It was 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 3rd, 4th, 2nd, 5th, 1st and 4th. So that's not bad. I think you're allowed 1/17th if you're going to put a run like that together.
Yeah, right. Sometimes shit happens.
Yeah, sometimes it happens. Absolutely.
Right.
And we just said earlier, you can just be like 1 little millisecond. Something goes wrong. You don't get a second chance in this sport. Apparently he was joint last in Wujiang. There you go. Adam Ondra was also joint last. Well, there you go. Somebody turned the table upside down. Adam Ondra and Jakob Schubert were joint last place in Wujiang. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
It wasn't a big field, obviously.
It's
they were
unbelievable, but yeah.
There you go.
Sometimes.
Yeah, something. What was that all about? So Becher drops away. She doesn't get into the higher areas, and that means that Akiya Noguchi has qualified because Becher and De Vries haven't made it through, and there's only 7 to go. So Noguchi will be into the final for sure.
And Jakob
And,
did also well. He's doing well.
Yeah. So Jakob coming up to this big green boulder now. We've seen how to do it with Sachiyama. Let's see if he reads this properly.
Yeah, nice. Come on.
Oh, now this is the awkward bit now.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be putting his hand here.
Yes, no.
So this could be awkward
This
for
is-
him.
Yeah, this is the wrong situation.
Oh, well, he does it anyway.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
but not now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so he stuck a bit. Yeah.
well, that would have been something
But,
quite amazing if he'd have
yeah.
if he'd have managed that. But yeah, the hold
But
is
it
just not
was
big enough,
maybe
is it?
good to do the impossible move with the right hand to the blue volume.
Well, it shows how good he is, because that was, nobody even got close to that of the other 3 guys who tried it that way. And Jakob Schubert is in 2nd place after that. That was given as a 41. And with 6 climbers to go, that means that Schubert also will be in the final tomorrow. So that's not bad. Amo and Schubert. On the left, it's Magdalena Ruck of Austria. And the Slovenian crowd.
Of course.
Yeah, Domen is here. Domen Skofic.
Yeah, the best Slovenian climber right now.
And the nice thing is, talking to a lot of people here as well, is that they all watch the webcasts from around the world. So they've all been following him around the world, and they know exactly how he's been climbing, and that this is their chance to give him some real support. Magdalena Rock is the only woman to have stopped Kim Jain from taking a clean sweep of golds throughout the whole season. That was in Imst. I was there on the commentary, and it was a great moment for her in front of her home crowd to take the gold. And she's it was a quite a controversial little ending, because it was one where Kim Jain ran out of time, and actually she surpassed Rock's position on the wall, but by then the time had run out, which doesn't happen very often, does it, in climbing, that they're actually not aware of the clock, and the clock had actually run out of time.
Yeah, normally not, because you look in the route that there is not a big rest somewhere in the middle,
Yeah.
So, but sometimes in the girl route they are really strong, and they can change on some holds where you never think that they can change the hands, with the small fingers, and so sometimes they can find some positions, and then some of them they can spend really a long time in the climbing wall, in the really little holds.
Yeah.
And then this can happen, but it's not normal.
No, absolutely. It was very unusual, and I think it caught us by surprise as well. We actually, I remember we had a clock problem on our graphic, and so the clock had been running all day, and then suddenly something went wrong technically, and it was the one time when we actually really needed it, which is unusual. But there was a little bit of confusion at the end of the day, but Kim Jain was graceful as ever, as Magdalena took the gold. You feel the crowd are a bit nervous, don't you? They're not giving him that support yet.
They are a little bit afraid that on that on that section of the route that he do something wrong. So
yeah,
the crowd stays a bit more silent.
Yeah. Magdalena Rock, only 20 years old. She's making it into the upper areas now.
Yeah, he had to fight there in this section, Domen.
Yeah, he's used a bit of energy up there, and that might cost him a little later.
Magdalena look really good.
Yeah, he's Rocker's moving across the wall now, so she's Well, she may not have done enough to qualify. She's going to go into the pot where we sort of work out what's going to happen. But meanwhile, Skofic, and now the crowd, you feel the relief, don't you, in the audience?
Yes, right.
They're relieved, they're cheering him on. Now they're going for it.
They are happy. The crowd is happy.
Yeah. Skofic is moving and coming towards the green boulder. This is his chance to make the final. If he can progress past the green boulder, which way is he going to go for this problem? Schubert got this the wrong. How is Skofic going to do it?
Wow, great. Yeah, come on.
Is he going to do it? Oh, he's going to reach. Oh, no.
Also,
Well, he's not going to recover from that, though. I think this could be the end.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't understand why they go out with the right hand on the sloper instead to take the good crimp, you know,
Yeah.
in the roof, which is much better.
Well, there you go. You know, you've tricked them. Like, in a way, you know, people will be saying downstairs, oh, that route setter's really got, you know, I suppose the thing is that the hold is right next to it. So
Actually-
it's really in front of their eyes, and it's tempting them to grab it,
Yeah.
you know?
in the end, if you see it as a root setter side, you don't understand why they take the less good one.
Katarina Posch of Austria on the left. So, yeah, really fascinating area, that one. You have to remember that. You can trick people, you know, put two holds together. And
Yes,
it makes them
right.
think that that's the next hold. But, yeah, we saw Sachiyama do it. And, in fact, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can just rewind if you want to see how Sachiyama did that problem. And he did it the right way. And that's why he's guaranteed through to the final, as with Schubert. But Skofic, I think Skofic is third at the moment. And with 5 to go, that means that Skofic has qualified for the final. So
Yeah, that's good for
Well
the
done.
competition.
he
Yeah,
just did enough.
perfect. Yes.
So that's all. So no problem. And it looks like, to be honest, it looks like for all the climbers coming, that's all they need to do. They just need to get to that green area. They can misread that hold, and that's fine, because that's all they need to do to qualify for the final. As for the women's side, well, the women's is a little bit more complex, because there's certainly Akio Noguchi has made the left-hand side up towards the top, and there's a few who have dropped a little bit shorter. So we'll check the leaderboard at some stage soon. Ramon Julian Poblanc of
Yeah.
Spain.
So I promise maybe we could see now a top.
Yeah.
You know.
You think he's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
so much experience in this man's head? He's been competing for what seems like forever. He's, you know, we go from Skofic, who's 20 years old, to Poblanc, who's 33 years old. That is old for a climber, isn't it? At competition level.
Yeah, right. This is this is quite already now. He's already a real classic climber.
Yeah.
And classic competition climber, and yeah, it's just great that he could still perform on this very high level, you know,
Absolutely.
since more than 10 years.
I'm just
This
looking at his results. His first
Just crazy.
competition,
Yeah,
he made the semi-finals
yeah.
of the UIAA World Cup Chamonix 2001. And you know, his first medal, he was in Chamonix 2002 in the European Championships.
Yeah.
He took bronze.
Yeah,
And
yeah. We compete several times together in
He-
the finals too.
and he took gold here. His first ever gold was here in 2002.
Yeah.
So this has got this is a special place.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you've competed against him, and he's a real Ironman, isn't he? He's the strength he's got is incredible.
Yeah, incredible, unbelievable, and also he do really a lot of hard routes on the crack, and yeah, it's just nice to watch him climbing.
Yes. Meanwhile,
He has so good body tension. He's quite small, but his body tension is just unbelievable.
yeah. Meanwhile, Katarina Posch of Austria, she's made it up into the top area here, so she's in the position where she can. We're a little bit unsure as to how it's looking for the men, for the
Yeah.
women.
This is it's not like normally it was planned to do method,
Yeah.
but it works, you know.
Well, she comes off on that area, and that's going to really, that could still be enough to get Posh through to the final. There are still only 5 athletes to go, and we're just going to have to check on the leaderboard at some stage. But Posh comes off earlier, and here's Roman, and this man.
Zadnjih nekaj letih Španca Ramona, ampak zdaj nekaj več pozornosti na polfinalistko Majo Vidmar.
Yet another Slovenian comes out, Vidmar of Slovenia on the left-hand side, Maja Vidmar.
Oh, and what is Ramon doing? He's kept one hold. He took the foothold. Or the intermediate. Well,
Yeah.
not the foothold, but the intermediate. He take this one instead of doing the far move.
He's looking very comfortable here, isn't he?
He have enough endurance to finish that route, of course. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice. You have the right hand.
Gremo Maja.
Come on,
Yeah, he's searching for the solution
Yes.
here.
come on, you can do it.
Takšna rešitev bo zdaj za državen prehod preko vseh.
But this is where he's
No.
brilliant.
Yeah,
Oh, look at this. He's
Now we have
worked
it.
it out.
yeah. Nice.
That is what is so
Ah,
fantastic.
yeah.
Zavatanček nepazljivo.
Well,
But
we'll
he
see
did
him
a
tomorrow.
good job, and this is the final for him, so
Pri Ramonu.
that works.
Vendar to bo dovolj
We'll see
za-
Roman tomorrow. That was just brilliant to see that he tried the hold, and he sort of realised that he was going to get himself stuck.
Yeah,
He came
right.
back down and,
Right.
and then worked out the correct way to do it.
Yeah.
And that's the first climber we've seen
But-
actually do that.
Yeah.
That was
But finally, this cost him too much, you know.
Yeah.
If he would not have done it to check the 2 holds, that if he do it directly, then maybe he could be now a bit higher.
yeah. Just trying to get the results up on the IFSC website at the moment. Everything's looking a little bit slow there. I think there's a lot of people from around the world all wanting to get results at the same time. So we're a little bit unsure as to what the current scores are on the women's side of things. We'll try and get that up for you, but we're just like you guys at home. We're just waiting for the internet to respond to us. There's a question for you here, Christian. Are there any changes that you think we might see in the future regarding holds and routes, or is there anything in terms of materials or styles? I know sometimes different eras have different styles of setting. And, there's some
Right.
guys. Is there anything that you think you see that we're moving towards with setting or climbing?
Yeah, I think with the aspects of the bouldering, you will bring more and more also some boulder moves into the routes, which means jumps, dynos, athletic things. I think this will be more and more happening also in the women's routes. That it's not just to grab the holds, it's also to do the moves. So the climbing style already changed the last 10 years. So it will change again, but it goes always quite slightly.
Thank you for that, and thank you, Peter Hurtig, who asked that question a little while ago. Bert Valkenberg asking when the next World Cup is in 23. I think we don't start until May next year, so we have a nice break. The season, for some reason, seems to have compressed next year. There are a few less events, which I think some of the climbers are actually happy about. 19 events is a lot of events to compete in.
And the crowd is cheering.
Yeah, they're really getting, as Maja Vidmar
Come on, Maya. Oh, yeah, that's a move.
Well, did she touch it? Was she going to plus for that?
Ah, it's a plus
Yeah, she
actually
touched
on
it.
the intermediate.
Yeah.
So
Also,
I think with the better qualification result in the final.
yeah, she could well be in the final with that. And in the old days, that would have been a minus, wouldn't it? She didn't touch, but now,
Yeah, right. In the old days,
now
maybe it would be a minus, but this was always a discussion. Is it a minus or is it not a minus? So they took it away, and maybe it works better this way. You know? You had always some trouble with that as a referee.
always lots of coaches
Maybe
looking
not
at
so much
angry.
trouble than the referees in the football games, but yeah. So it's like with the goal line technology now, it's a little bit easier.
Yeah.
This is maybe also now a little bit easier.
If only we'd have had it in '66, huh? Mind you, it was a goal against Germany, wasn't it? That,
Wembley,
you see,
of course.
we always
But you know, the ball was in the goal, you know.
Yeah.
True.
It's incredible. But you know, even though we lost 4-1 in that match, I would have said that we would have won.
Yeah. It's unbelievable, but it's like this, you know.
Okay, back to the climbing. We just have a little break there while we discuss football. We can discuss this all night. Anneke Verhoeven of Belgium on the left, who's a Belgian kit. He's very much like the Slovenian. The pants are the same. And Stefano Ghisolfi of Italy on the right. And Stefano is absolutely not wasting any time here, is he? He's got up there very quickly.
He had a really good qualification today. So,
Yeah. What's he going to do here?
Now he's tipped a little bit the boat, so he needs to get some trouble now.
But having said that, he will now qualify, so it doesn't really matter. But he's going to struggle here now. Jakob Schubert is the only man who's made it from here. Oh, good try, but that's okay. Stefano Ghisolfi qualifies through to the final. Anneke Verhoeven. Oh, they're going pretty quickly here now. There's only 3 left in the men and 3 left in the women after Verhoeven. We'll try and get these results up as soon as possible, but I think we're all struggling internet-wise here. I hope the stream is looking good for everybody out there. We're struggling a little bit on internet, but I think that the stream is possibly the thing that's actually causing it. So I'm hoping you're all watching in good high quality. Do let us know on Twitter. IFSCWC is the hashtag.
Yeah, it's nice to see that the girls did not climb longer than the boys, so that's nice to see as a route setter.
Yeah.
So because normally the girls spend more time in a route, and of course as a route setter you want to try or to force them to go on the route, so to have not too many rests, and that's quite nice to see for us.
Here comes Sean McCall on the right-hand side, who is the 2014 overall champion from Canada. Lovely interview with him from earlier. No, he's just showing off his
style is incredible.
He's showing off a bit of bouldering.
But maybe this is a bit too much. We have to. This could waste also some energy, you know.
Yeah.
It's fast, but it's
He's relaxed.
You have to know that. Yeah.
Yep.
It's his style, and he knows that time is running for him, you know.
Yeah.
He's not the stamina climber. He's more the boulderer,
Yeah.
and in the lead he tries to go up as fast as possible.
Yeah. But he's not done bad for his lead performances this season. Like, he's 3rd on the table.
Yeah, he's
of
very
all the lead
good
climbers.
all-rounder.
It's a great to see. Yeah, it's good to see this style doing well.
Right.
And as you say, he doesn't waste any time, has he? He's
Yeah.
shooting up there. Anneke Verhoeven of Belgium. Oh. He's living
That
dangerously.
was quite close not to pass to the final.
Yes. Well, you know, there's entertainment here, and Sean's certainly providing it now. Here we go. This is a little ceiling area.
It looks a bit nervous, in my opinion, at the moment. I hope he will be now a little bit more concentrated.
So we think that Anna just needs to just get a touch, just get this 33 plus, I think it is, on that little purple volume that's sticking out. Sean sort of manoeuvred himself pretty quickly around there, having a little breather. Verhoeven struggling a bit here, but she does well, does well.
But she have the hold with the wrong hand.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Both of them getting towards the business end now.
And Shaw is going now better than in the lower part.
Yeah.
I would say.
I'd like to have a clock on him actually, because I think he's probably
Yes,
broken
the
the
fastest
record.
one, of course.
Yeah, I think this is the fastest climb.
Yes, yes.
So how's Sean going to handle this?
Come on, yeah, perfect. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Nice.
he's sussed it out. Look at this.
Yeah, great.
He's got this worked
great.
out. Oh, beautiful.
Perfect.
And he's
Now
straight to second
foot
place.
hook, yes, foot hook, good. Yeah.
Oh.
Now he can do it. Come on.
Oh.
But a really great performance.
Beautiful to watch.
Yeah,
Sean
yeah.
McCall, take a bow. Second place.
So nice to have him in the final again.
Yeah. Well, he nearly didn't make it earlier.
Yeah,
He had a couple of danger
would be
moves.
would be a pity if he fall
Yeah.
off because the foot slip away
Yeah.
so low. So yeah.
Oh, Verhoeven. Oh. Her hand goes to her head. She's looking for a coach in the crowd to give her the thumbs up or not. Of course, this is what the athletes are doing, isn't it? She's looking to say, have I qualified?
Is
And
it
she's,
enough?
she's
or
waiting
not?
for
yeah,
the.
Yeah, right. Is it enough or not?
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
don't know precisely.
Yeah, I don't know which
Yeah.
coach is in there. He's in there somewhere. But somewhere there'll have been a little thumb that's stuck up in the air, hopefully, to say, yeah, you're through. Right, we're just having a quick look. Noguchi, Kobayashi, Posh, Rock, Vidmar, and Janikot. Those are the top 6. So Janikot is currently sweating. So Noguchi, Kobayashi, Posh, Rock, and Vidmar are through to the final. There are 3 to go. Kim Jain, Mina Markovic, Jessica Pils. But if one of those 3 doesn't make it past, and Janikot hers is a 32 plus. So 32 plus is Janikot, and she's currently on the bubble. In fact, there has been an update on there. Verhoeven has just been updated, so Verhoeven has made it in. And now Janikot looks as if she's going to be struggling. Rock is in 6th place with 3 still to go. And Rock's position was a 32 plus, which is, of course, is that purple hold with the blue. Am I allowed to say nipple? The blue nipple on the end. I've just said it. There you go. So that's the one that the girls have got to touch. And if these next 3 climbers do it, then Magdalena Ruck will not qualify for the final. Great. Glad we had that on our big screen here. We were certainly struggling with the local internet, that's for sure. So on now is Jessica Pils of Austria and Romain de Grange of France. And we know what they all need to do now. It's very simple. The ladies just need to touch that purple one with the blue point on the end, I should say. And the men, they just need to reach that green volume, and that will do for them. It's quite strange that you know, when you're in isolation for such a long period, and you know, do you sit behind there and you're trying to work out what's going on and you're trying to think, how
No,
far
no,
did he go?
you don't think about what the others are doing, you know, normally. So you think just about the route. You had 6 minutes to remember the route, to check the route before, you know, from the bottom. So you just remember the moves, how you exactly climb the route, and where you put the feet, where the move could be hard. Maybe if something doesn't work, what could be the alternative to that?
Yeah.
So just preparing for the go.
Yeah.
And concentrating and warming up, and some read also book or something, you know.
Yeah,
Just to maybe or music, hear music.
So you actually need a good memory as well. You know, if you're one of the later guys to come out, you actually need to remember.
Yeah, you have just 6 minutes, and then you have to remember all the holds, all the moves, all the footholds, you know. That you can climb quite fast.
Yeah.
This is very important, and you have to train that. And some climbers are better on that, some are less good on that. You know?
The Kranj is qualified, but he's
but I think he can go.
Yeah. Oh no,
further.
he's got this
so
sorted.
strong on little edges. He's really good on that on crimps. So if he reach this one, he could be now the best.
Yeah, he's now got into the lead. Oh, and the foothold.
Unfortunately the foothold slipped away.
Yeah, the foothold did for him there.
He looked good.
Nice to see. Our internet suddenly seems to have spurted into life. So a lot of tweets have just appeared. Nice to see Stockholm, Sweden. Beautiful place. We love Stockholm. Nice to see you, Peter. And good. No problems with the stream. That's important. As long as you guys can watch this nicely, we can go without results for a little while. And nice to see JF Carrier from Canada. Big McCall fan. Watching this.
Yeah, and Jessica go quite slow, but she go higher and higher, you know?
Yeah, it's good to see. She is taking her time here. Nice to see Malmo, Sweden as well. Malmo's another beautiful place. We don't see so many Swedish climbers actually, do we? It's strange sometimes how some countries, you know, go up and down, isn't it? And Sweden currently is one of those countries that's not providing a lot of climbers on the circuit, but I suppose there's some ice climbers there that climb up the ice. They're crazy dudes, they are. I've seen some of that on video, and that looks quite freaky. There's a lot of ice up there. Thankfully it's lovely and warm here. And Jessica is close. That was a big hold for her. Here we go.
Now it's interesting how she will manage.
Yeah. There we go. She just needs to touch that purple volume just to her left. There you see it with the little blue point on the end. She can get that. She'll get the 32 plus and she'll be through to the final.
This is just something incredible to change that hold.
Yeah. She's having real trouble
but
here.
Now she have to go on full power.
Yeah, well, she's done enough. So she's done enough for the final. She's not turned around to look at her coach. There you go, interesting. She's not even asking if she's qualified. She's just looking at the issue. She's really, I suppose, while it's fresh in her mind, she's having a real good look. I do apologise. We've ignored a Mr. Adam Ondra, double world champion, just popping onto the wall here. The master himself. Look at those muscles. This man is he's certainly developed from that youngster we saw 3 or 4 years ago. Well,
his motivation is just incredible. Doing all competitions, winning, be the boulder world champion, to win the lead world championship.
It's amazing, isn't
That's
it?
crazy, and
Absolutely.
doing all the hard stuff also on the track. So
And
just great to see that you can do everything, you know,
yeah,
on a really high level.
and
He's a
this,
real complete climber. I like that.
yeah. And you know, this is a man as well. He doesn't compete on the circuit 100% of the time. He's, you know, he comes in and competes, and then he'll leave for 3 or 4 months and go and do some outdoor stuff. And you know, you feel he's just doing what he wants to do, and he loves the competition. You know, he's well liked by the athletes, but he does a lot of other things in his life. But quite incredible to come and just take the boulder and lead world championships like he's done.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's not bad, is it? Yeah, and also he's so young as well. Mina Markovic, she's, you know, Adam Ondra is he's only 21. Mina Markovic, she's been around a little bit longer than that. 27 years old, and of course she's, you could say she's like the mother. She's the mother of Slovenian climbing, really. She was on the world circuit before any of these other climbers were. And she really has been a leader for Slovenian climbing. Meanwhile, Ondra up to the green area. Let's see what he can do here.
Yeah, he climbed like normal. He climbed quite fast, but still he have good control on the moves and
Yeah, and already
good mix. And yeah, maybe we see now the first top of the route.
And you know, Jakob Schubert will be watching this and think, oh, maybe I've learnt a little bit there. Because Ondra identified straight away. Oh, here we go. Can he move on to the next one?
Come on. Ale,
Oh!
come on, yes.
Ondra takes the
on,
lead,
yeah,
and there he
ooh.
goes. Oh,
But,
beautiful
yeah.
to see.
Great job.
But Ondra takes the lead, and no doubt, of course, he's in the final.
Yeah, so
Great
we
to
will-
see.
So we will see no top on the men's route, but we have a good result.
Yep, it's
So,
worked for you.
we
So,
On
So
a
who-
good way.
did anybody have 0 tops? And no tops on men or women yet. So, you know, you probably had some nice tricky things. A little bit. To be honest, Ondra was close, wasn't he? He was 3 holds away.
Yeah,
So,
3 holds away.
Yeah. So Ondra was pretty much there, to be honest. And
But yeah, girls, I think we will see
yeah, but
one top.
but still we still have. Just having a little look, my list. Yeah, no, we've seen the men's have finished. Because those are all equal first, so the men's has finished. We will get those results up for you very shortly. And for the women, well, we've only got Kim Jain to go.
Mina looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's held on. And now she moves onwards.
Yeah, that looks great.
Now Noguchi, she made it 2 or 3 holds up the left-hand side of that block. And Noguchi is currently leading. And Markovic, Slovenians, you can feel the excitement in the audience.
Yeah.
Here's a little move now, this little cross. She's got there. Nice.
Great. She looks still fresh.
And she's moving on. She's equaled Noguchi. Now she's having a little look. Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, she got it.
Oh, beautiful. And the next one. Markovic goes into the lead. Oh, the crowd are loving this.
Got it.
Oh!
Great.
Now we're into the unknown territory. Christian, what have you got up here?
Yeah, quite little edges, you see, and now we have intermediate volume as intermediate to reach another little edge. She looks still quite strong. Yeah, perfect. Another edge, yeah. Actually, these holes are now quite small, you know. Yeah, Yeah, very strong. Incredible.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Oh,
The last move.
the last move she failed.
Last move. Yeah. She's so strong on little shrimps, but yeah, the sloper was a bit too much for her at the top. So we can see now, take him. Maybe
Brilliant.
managing this.
Brilliant, yeah. Well, we haven't seen a top all night. We nearly saw one there. That was a fraction away.
Yeah,
And
the top sign was quite nearby, you know.
and well, the stage is set for Kim Jain, the undisputed champion of lead climbing. Only a second place in IMST. Everything else she's won. And here we go. Will she top this one? The stage has been set. We've had 25 climbers fail. And Mina Markovic got as far as anybody there, just on the final hold. Kim Jain is 26 years old, so she's been climbing a while. She's really at the peak of her powers. We've had this debate a few times actually about, you know, the best age for climbers, and you know, some people have said it's around, you know, 24, 25, 26, 27. You know, your strength is still good, but you have that experience as well. And even like Roman, we've seen, you know, his strength is obviously not as good as it once was, but the experience is so good in there that he's still competing at this level.
Yeah, that's right. But like you see, Adam can be very good with 16 or 15, you know.
Yeah.
And now he's 21. Yeah, I think there is not really the best age for climbing. They have to be really motivated for the sport, and you need to train hard, and yeah, and then you can do climbing quite a long time, you know, on a high level.
Yeah. Yep, Adam Ondra, 21 years old, has qualified in first place. He's looking to end the season with a real bang here. So the 8 finalists are Ondra in first, Amma, Sean McCall, Romain de Grange, Ramon Julien Padblanc, Jakob Schubert, Stefano Gisolfi, and finally Domen Skofic. Much to the relief of the Slovenians here, he's made it through to the final. In fact, Urban Primozic of Slovenia just missed out in 9th place. Matt Tsushima, who was one of the first athletes who we saw up in that green area, also missed out as well. So just goes to show that the qualifications are very important, because at the end of the day, it's those qualifying results that put out some of those players. There was a number that had trouble on that green boulder, and that put 3 or 4 guys out based on their qualification. Here's Kim Jain. She's an absolute superstar in Korea. This young lady is one of the climbers who's got some pretty heavy sponsorship. She does have almost her own show in Korea, based on footage that we provide here. They cut their own little show for TV, and there's a 1-hour show of every event that goes out in Korean TV, as does in Japan as well. And Kim Jain and is and Aiki Onoguchi, both stars on those shows. Will we see a top here from Kim? What do you think?
Yeah, she's strong. She climbs quite controlled, but it looks always like she don't need to press, you know.
No.
It's like, yeah.
And she's so, you know, it's really interesting, because when I interviewed her, I've forgotten how short she is. You know, she's like, I've forgotten what she said in interviews. So, you know, I actually sat on a chair to interview her, and I don't think I'm a tall guy. And, you know, you think, a lot of people think coming to climbing that the taller you are, the more you can reach and the better climber you're going to be. And here we've got a girl, a lady, who is so short, and yet she is still competing, not just equal, but actually above. And she is undisputedly the world's best lead climber.
Yeah, that's interesting also with the men's group, you know, with Ramon, he's also, in comparison to Adam, for example, quite small.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing with climbing. If you set fair routes, then everybody have the same chances, and this is what we also respect, you know. In the route setting, we know the sizes of the smallest, and we try that we don't kick them out because of a long move.
Yeah.
So it don't work all the time like this, but so sometimes happening that maybe a move is too far, but normally, it should be like this, like today, that they have no disadvantage out of this because they have a smaller size.
She's looking very comfortable here. I think the crowd are having a breather after that last climb from Mina Markovic, and they're just watching in admiration, really. We just saw Ondra and Markovic both at the same time seal the top position. Let's see how Kim does it. Look at how easy she made that look. That was a tough stretch for so many athletes.
Yeah, right.
And she just reached as if, you know, she's just going to quote off a hook or something. She's no problem whatsoever. We'll have a little rest on that one.
Till here, she looks really. It looks really easy for her.
Yeah. Yeah, she's in a good place here. But you can see that she's taking her time, and you know, this was her problem in Imst, that she actually took her time in a few areas and then ran out of time. And you know, here again, she's just having another rest, having another look before she makes the next move. But you know, she's very calculating here. Now this is an awkward stretch. I remember Noguchi had to stretch full to get her leg out there, and of course, you know, Kim is a much shorter athlete.
Yeah, you can do that move a little bit different. You can move first to the first hold, and then you bring up the foot, you know. So
there you go.
And now you match again with right hand.
Yeah, that's the beauty of climbing, isn't it? Now, how's she gonna?
So strong, but she's now wrong, you know.
Yeah. Oh, what did she just do there?
Yeah, crazy.
What?
Whoa.
She just used her same hand.
The intermediate. The intermediate.
Oh.
That was too much.
Yeah.
You don't read that move so well, so.
Yeah,
but it's enough for the final. So we will see tomorrow. Exciting.
It will be really good tomorrow.
And, good competition.
And the audience are all getting up to go into the evening. Christian, it's been absolutely brilliant. You only came in for 5 minutes, but it's been great having you on board, and also great to fire some questions to you about.
It's just fun to speak about climbing. I like that.
No, and you're very good at it, and you know, especially as it's not your main language as well. So, Christian, thank you very much. Great to have you, and we'll see you again.
See you all tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll come and talk to you before the final, and we'll come and talk to you about that final route that you've got planned. So, thanks a lot, Christian. Christian heads off into the night, and you can go and talk to your other route setters about how well it was. Christian has a very late night tonight. He's working on nothing but route setting tonight, and we are looking at the men's semi-final results. Or I think that's semi-flannel. I don't know why that says the spelling's a bit strange on that one, but it's Adam Ondra, as we saw, who leads Sachiyama second place. Sean McCall in third. Oh, that's better, thank you. You know I'm a pedantic. We had a capital I there, I think. Ramon de Grange will be fourth. Ramon Junior Puglac. Some big names here, look at this. Jakob Schubert in sixth. Gisolfi of Italy in seventh, and Skofic in eighth. And as I said earlier, that Primozic is very unlucky because he got a 40 plus, just like the two men above him, but he failed to qualify. He missed out on the bubble. Unlucky, Mr. Primozic. Let's have a look at the next page. Matsushima. Oh, I was hoping we could see the next page of the men's. Can we, please, Mr. Director? We'll just go through the men's. We are live from 8 o'clock tomorrow, I believe. Thank you very much. Here's page 2 of the men's. Thank you very much, mister. Oh, sorry, 5 o'clock. I will double check. But there's Francesco Vetterata, Super Helenki, who looks so promising, but really feel he made a mistake, and hopefully we'll have a little chat with Sebastian a bit later on and get his views on how it went for him. Some very young climbers there who we will see a lot more of in the future, there is no doubt. We'll see a lot more of these guys. And the final page, again, a lot more young climbers who we're going to see a lot more of in the future, no doubt about that. And that's how the men's finished for today. And now let's have a little look at the women's top 10, or top 8 qualifying for the final. Local TV here, getting interviews with a lot of the local Slovenians. We do have our national Slovenian broadcaster here tomorrow, so we'll be getting some cracking pictures from them. Mina Markovic leads for Slovenia with a 46 plus. She nearly made it to the top. And Kim Jain with a 39, getting herself a little bit trapped. Noguchi 37, Kobayashi 35, Pills 32 with Verhoeven and Vidmar. And there you see, there's that little hold, that little purple hold with the blue point on the end, was the one which trapped so many of them. Look at them all. And unfortunately for Magdalena Ruck, Helen Janikot, and if we can have a look at the next page, there's quite a few of them, who are just two actually, who actually got to that same point but could not progress onwards. As we move a little bit further down and we see some climbers who are, I suppose you could say, making their way more in the sport. We'll see a lot more of some of those names in years to come. There is no doubt about that whatsoever. Final page. And 3 Swiss athletes there. Again, all of them very, very young indeed. And Dinara Fakhruddinova finishing last. Definitely she's got an issue with her shoulder still. There is no doubt about that. The way she came off the wall. And we just all wish her, in the climbing community, just all the best on her recovery. And I really do hope that she can get herself back. There's that little green hold that was causing a few issues for the men. This is the IFSC Climbing World Cup for Kranj 2014. It was brilliant today to have Christian Bindhammer. He's competed for 10 years here in Kranj, and here he is as chief route setter. Really great to hear his thoughts. We're going to head off into the night now. We've had a great time. Many thanks, Johnny Rhodes, who's doing the directing here behind the scenes and correcting all my mistakes. We're going to do it again, and one of those mistakes he corrected was tomorrow at 5 o'clock, not 8 o'clock, 5 o'clock Central European time. We will be live. Just pop onto the YouTube. You can click the YouTube, it'll have a countdown clock on it if you want to know what it is in your time zone. We're all heading off into the night now to go and find a little bite to eat and to settle. It's 9:30 in the evening, 10:30 in the evening here in Slovenia. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Adrian Battersby. Goodbye from Kranj.